It's compelling, it's cutthroat, it's chaotic, it's clever, it's controversy and chaos, baby.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 83 of Controversy and Chaos.
Well, hello.
Okay, so I've been so busy with work that I've been mad behind on TV. So I'm finally catching up to all the different shows that I have not been consistently watching. So recent show that I've been catching up on, Reasonable Doubt. I was mad episodes behind.
Girl, I'm still season 2.
Oh, okay. So I don't feel as bad. At least I'm on season 3. I'm finally caught up on the episodes that have come out. And then I noticed, because that show doesn't have commercials, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I noticed, like, in the TV show, they actually like wrote a commercial into a script. And I was just like, and it just caught me so off guard. I was like, this what companies are doing now? It's like, because there's no ad for shit on streaming, that this is how they're placing ads in shows without physical commercials. So their advertiser is Amazon. And you know it was an ad because there was like a scene and she's like coming out of the bathroom. It's like, oh, we forgot. We only down to like one roll of toilet paper. And she's like, oh, I'm just going to order it on Amazon. Subscribe and save. And then she does it like on her phone. It's like, whew, that was a breeze. I'm like, that is so obviously a commercial. Mind you, in the scene, they're in their bedroom. And it's like, they're in their bedroom. And it's like at night, they're about to go to bed. And it's like, there was no reason for that. You don't have no reason in general conversation with your spouse, like breaking down their day and the husband is talking about his shitty ass employee. There was nowhere in that conversation that subscribe and save made sense to come up. Anybody, even when they order off Amazon, even if I'm in general conversation, like, damn, I need to order that off Amazon. I'm just sitting there just ordering it. If I put it on subscribe and save, fine, do that. But then there's another scene where packages come to the door and it's obvious it's an Amazon box. It's picked up, the little smiley face side of the box is shown to the screen. I'm like, this is so obvious an ad. And they did it on 3 separate occasions. And it was to the point I was like, this is low-key cringy. I don't like this. But it was so off-putting. But I guess like ads have to happen, but I don't like it. It's like, just give me the classic commercial.
Right.
Don't put that shit in my show. I don't want that. And it kind of just reminded me how like every show after COVID, every show they had to implement COVID in the show. And it's like, please, this is TV. I pretend that this shit doesn't exist. I don't want it in my TV. I live this every day. I don't want y'all having masks on in my show. Like, this is my escape from my day to day. Bitch, I gotta wear a mask outside. I don't want to watch it on TV.
But that's also like, even with music videos, like when certain music videos are sponsored by whatever the brand is, like Sweetie is infamous, okay, for having these random sponsorships, like her music videos being sponsored by, was it Tesla the first time? Or like all these different things.
Probably.
And it just be so obvious, and they zoom in on the logo and then they do this close-up shot. It's just be like, oh my God. Like,
Cardi did it with Imaginary Players. That Mugler perfume that they kept panning to it. I was like, this is obviously an ad. Like, it's so painfully obvious sometimes. It's like, y'all wasn't even low with it, but I guess how can you be for advertisement?
Right, you want people
like, it's supposed to be bold. It's supposed to be outwardly overt. It's not supposed to be tucked in the background. But it's like, I guess that's just where we are now, because people don't watch TV. So there's no need for a Mugler to go and produce this expensive ass television commercial, when really the only time people are going to seek to watch commercials is during the Super Bowl. Other than that, I don't remember the last commercial that I've seen that I like cared about, that moved me in any kind of way. But Super Bowl, everybody watches, and you want to see the commercial.
Yeah. And it's like, even certain subscriptions that now have commercials, like my Netflix has commercials.
Sickening. Like, it's so fucking sickening. Netflix is already fucking expensive.
Yes.
So now you want to annoy me with a fucking ad. And then even when I don't want the ad, I have to pay so much more. Same shit with Peacock. I don't want these fucking ads. Stop slowing down my show. So now I got to pay extra $5.99 because I don't want to see these stupid ass commercials. You're interrupting my program. I've gotten so used to watching things on streaming that it don't bother me. Like, I mean, it like now that it bothers me to have a commercial, even on YouTube. I need YouTube Premium. Do not put no, I'm like a toddler. Get this ad off of get it off.
See,
like I feel like a child.
I have too many subscriptions to be paying extra for each one. I'm like, no.
Well, I got YouTube Premium because of my daddy, so it's free for me. But I can never go back. So daddy, don't cancel. Because I can't go back.
It's like, imagine all these different apps and streaming platforms. If you paid the premium or whatever for every last one of them, like, bro, this is worse than paying for cable these days. If you think about it.
And I be paying it. Like, Netflix, why are you charging me $25? Why is Netflix $25 here? Like, Netflix doing it, Peacock doing it, and it's like after Love Island, it's not like I could cancel Peacock because with football, they have so many things on all of these different platforms now. They're forcing you to have it. So I have to keep Peacock all year just so, like, I can watch Love Island in the summertime, and then he could watch sports.
And now Married at First Sight just started, and that's on Peacock. So, like,
so it's like, Peacock again,
other, other shows and things.
Yeah, they're getting other shows because they're merging with all these things. And it's like, because really, TLC is a big thing for like Married at First Sight, 600 Pound Life, all of these different shows that it's like, you get those things from TLC. But I'm not getting no TLC app. I'm not doing that. So it makes more sense for them to merge with the Peacock. Because like, all right, if it's on Peacock, fine. If it merges with HBO Max, fine. If it merges with Apple, great, fine. It's there. I can go access it and watch it because these are the apps I switch back and forth through all the time. Like certain things, Paramount, I used to have it, canceled it because I just found that I wasn't watching anything on there. I canceled it. I wasn't watching anything on there.
Big Brother, we watched Big Brother, and there's something else I was watching on Paramount. Maybe it was like RuPaul's Drag Race.
Maybe. But yeah, certain things he had to cancel because I was just like, all right, I'm not using it. I don't think anybody in my family was using it because, we got to share the password. I don't think anybody was using it enough for the price. I'm like, and I'm paying for premium because I can't watch these fucking ads. So I'm like, yeah, no, cancel. Gotta go. So maybe if they go back to offering it for like $1, then I'll get it. But after that, I can't do it.
That's like, I had HBO Max at a time because I used to watch Legendary. What's that show that Offset did? The fashion show, The Hype. It's like those shows aren't even on there anymore, are they?
Oh yeah, they might have some things, but I think some things may have been taken off of HBO. But because the contracts and because they license other people's stuff or whatever. But I got HBO Max if you want the password. See,
let me know what's on there. I might want it.
Task is a good ass show. I wasn't feeling it the first, like, it's on HBO. So it's about like this FBI task group and this biker gang and then this other guy. It's I really liked it. The first episode, I was like, what is going on? But I figured it out. Very good. HBO Max. So, yeah.
Don't you hate when the first episode is like not hitting, but it's like, I need to watch this because I have a feeling it's going to be good. Or everybody's saying it's good. And
yes, The Pit was another one, also on HBO Max. And we are not sponsored by HBO. But maybe we should be because I watch a lot of fucking TV. I don't know. We need to figure out how we contact them. Like, who can I send a random ass email to and just...
Right.
I just want to do like a Hail Mary. Just like, if we send an email, let's just see what happens. I say we send it and just... Let's see what they say. All they can say is no or ignore us, whichever. But we might get a yes. But yeah, so The Pit was another show. We started watching it when it initially came out, and we watched like some of the first episode, and I was like, I don't get this because in my mind, I expected it to be like a Grey's Anatomy type show, but like because it's on HBO, it will be a little bit more intense than ABC, and it wasn't giving me that vibe. It kind of was just like you get thrown into someone's real day. Like imagine I'm at work and it's just like you just watching me, but not like an office kind of work where it's like I'm talking to the camera. Not like that. It's just like just a window into watching somebody's entire day.
Like literally fly on the wall type of situation.
Literally fly on the wall type shit. And I was just like, I don't know how I feel about this. Like, it just seemed like there was no backstory, no development. It was just boom, get started. But so we stopped watching it. And then everybody's like, The Pit's so good. The Pit's so good. The Pit's so good. Finally started watching The Pit. No, that shit is so good. That shit is so good. And I love the way it's set up because it's in a hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing I'm going to tell you is that the whole season is one day. So it's like, you know how doctors have like shifts, they have like 12, 13, 14-hour shifts. So every episode is just 1 hour. And when you break it down like that, like, wow, this was an hour of someone's day in a hospital.
How many episodes?
Maybe like 13 or 14. Because I thought it was going to stop, you know, like, yeah, I was so used to, you get used to like seasons on shows now capping at 10 episodes. Mm-hmm. So I was, when we got to episode 10, I was like, oh, this must be the finale. But then it kept going. And I was like, oh, no, there's more.
Yeah, the days of shows having like 20 episodes a season, no.
It's gone. Unless you're watching like TV. Abbott's Elementary, that is the only thing you're going to get extended ones. Except I think their season 4, they didn't have that many episodes.
But their episodes,
because I think the writer's strike,
30 minutes.
30 minutes. But also, like when they were filming that season, the writer's strike was happening at the same time, so it was just they had to kind of rush everything, so they didn't have as much time.
Yeah.
To make more episodes. But yeah, that's the shows. The Pit, and what else? I'll tell you. Task on HBO Max. I'm gonna text you.
Just go ahead, send me the login. I need all these shows from my maternity leave.
Yes, and you got to watch it. But yeah, the ads on TV shows like just dropped in there are getting crazy, and it's like obvious. And I don't particularly care for it. I will say that I don't like it.
Yeah, I think I would like a traditional commercial more, because at the end of the day, when the commercial comes on, even if I can't skip it, my brain is already programmed to like do something else during that time period. It's like, oh, this ad is 90 seconds. All right, let me open my Instagram or something like that. Like I just do something else. Let me go to the bathroom. Let me grab a snack.
It just shows me how like removed I am from regular TV, because back in the day, like it didn't bother me to just turn on TV and just watch stuff. I know a commercial is coming, but now I don't know with the streaming, and I think the price that we be paying just be pissing me off, because why are you putting the ad on here? I don't want it.
We pay too much money for all these streaming services to be watching ads, and it'd be like,
and they be long.
Yes. One time, I can't remember if it was Peacock, Hulu, it was something.
It's fucking Hulu for sure. I know it was Hulu.
And it was like maybe like 3 minutes. I was like, what?
3 minutes?
I'm like, long as hell. I'm like, I could go to the store, come back for that amount of time. Like, what are you doing?
I don't like it. Hulu was famous for that, and they're gonna have a fucking ad every 10 minutes. So an hour-long show, how many times you interrupted me for an ad? Like Hulu, that fucking app, I'm glad they shut it down. I hate it.
What you mean? They still have Hulu?
No, the Hulu app itself does not work anymore. I think because it was bought by Disney, it's all up under Disney now. But no, they shut down.
Like literally, when I go click the Hulu app on my Roku TV. Yeah, we have Hulu Live.
I think that still exists. Maybe the live portion, but the actual like with just all the shows that were just on there, I don't think that exists no more. I seen something that said they shut it down for Hulu. Maybe the live is still.
When you have Hulu Live, it has the live, but then it also has like the regular, shows that are subscription, whatever. So
I don't know, because I fucking hate Hulu.
So okay, there's 2 shows. Now that we're talking about shows really quick, the show is called All In, and it has Niecy Nash, Tiana Taylor, Kim Kardashian, Sarah Paulson. I'm forgetting some people, but I want to watch that show. Like that
it's
is
only on Hulu.
Yes, and the Kardashians are coming back. I know you don't really watch the Kardashians like that, but this season is supposed to be good. Rob is back.
Them bitches ain't finna give you shit. It's gonna be, shaker salad. Yeah.
We gonna see, but the way
it's gonna give nothing. They've been giving nothing for years, and I don't understand how people keeping it going. Back in the day when the Kardashians first started, yes, I used to like be tuned the fuck in when they was swinging persons and slapping each other around. I was tuned in. The bitches was eating Chipotle. Like I remember those Kardashians, and I want them to go back to that. Like that episode when Kim and Kourtney was smacking each other around, and Kim pushed that bitch into the wall. I was like, yes. This is y'all roots. Go back. This whole like billionaire quiet status. Ain't fucking with it. I don't like it.
They say this season's supposed to be kind of back to their roots because Rob is on there. I think Black China might be making because you heard the rumors about like Black China and Rob like
Yeah,
exploring their options, whatever. Caitlyn's ass supposed to be on there.
That's how you know that they're fucking desperate. And it's just like, it's reeking of desperation over and over and over again, and they still are not delivering. So I'm not
watch it, though.
optimistic.
But when I watch the Kardashians on Hulu specifically, it's not like back in the day where I used to watch it faithfully every week. It's not like, oh, there's a couple episodes up. All right, let me watch a few episodes like here and there. I don't wait for it every week. It's like, all right, it's like 3 episodes. All right, let me watch it. A couple weeks go by. All right, let me watch it again. So,
it would have to just be on randomly, like at someone else's house, that I would sit down and watch it. Or just like
I'll let you know.
Casually watch, because it just don't be doing it, and I'm like, please, y'all.
And it's also for me like a passive show. Like I could put it on while I do like a million other tasks, that type of thing, like background. Yeah.
It's not giving. It's not giving that. But okay, you say you had a random question for me, so let her rip.
Okay, so this is a 2-parter. For the first part is, when do you feel like you realized what fear was, or like your first feeling of fear?
As a kid, I really didn't have much fear. Like I was a daredevil, and I kind of would just do anything. And I feel like that lasted as long as I didn't have self-awareness.
Yeah, I feel like for me, it wasn't until like middle school when I realized there are like consequences to actions.
Yeah, and there's people looking at me. No. In middle school, I definitely still had my little like reckless moments. Like even in a sense of just like doing anything, like, oh, I'll jump off of this, or I'll do this exciting thing. I'll do any of that. I love the thrill of a roller coaster, always have. Like, I need that rush. I do not care. The highest roller coaster in the park, take me to that one immediately. And I'm little as hell. I don't care if I got to stand on my toes to just be just big enough. I'm going to do that. No fear in the world, just charging full force ahead. But yeah, I think just the amount of like self-awareness, once I kind of like had that, because in middle school, I would say certain things I didn't really care about. Like I ain't scared of nobody. So fear don't exist. We gonna have to just see what comes. In middle school, it was a lot of like learning, you talk shit, you gotta be prepared to hit or be hit. Like you can't.
For sure.
You gotta be on that all the time. So it's like that. But then like, I will say like, I feel like maybe later in middle school, it's like the self-consciousness kind of like crept in. It was like, so maybe like on the cusp of puberty is when I like noticed, like I
when you started thinking about perception,
then I would be like, oh, maybe I'm a little scared,
because
or I'm a little fearful, or I wouldn't like, just like
the overthinking part of it.
Yeah. So I definitely started doing that, and then as I got older, I would still do like thrill seeking things, and it didn't really scare me, except when I went to Vegas. So the first time we went to Vegas, or maybe
that was your 21st.
No, I went for my 21st birthday, but I had been to Vegas before that. Maybe it was that trip.
Are you talking about when we went together?
No, I went with my family. And I just can't remember if this was my 21st birthday or the very first time that I went to Vegas.
Oh, okay.
But we went to the Stratosphere, and I was dead set on, like at the top of the Stratosphere, like I think the tallest building in Vegas, they have like an amusement park on the top. So there's like a drop tower. That's the little needle you see on the building. That's actually a drop tower. And they have like this ride that goes off the building, like literally dangling off the side and comes back up. That's what the ride does. And then you can also like jump off the building and like bungee jump, or you're attached to cables, but like fly down. And then you get off the ride at the bottom. And it's like maybe 1,000 feet in the air. My mind, I convinced my parents that this is what I'm going to do. If we're going to Vegas, I am going to do this. And why would my parents be like questionable? You know, great parents, love them dearly, but sometimes too much. So I started I go there, and somehow I'm like Googling things about the building. I'm like reading the stuff on the description for the ride, because they had different packages. And I'm like, no, we need to go out. I want the video, the t-shirt, the picture, the most expensive package you got to encapsulate this moment. And then somehow I ended up on Reddit. And there were multiple people who said that they had ended up getting injured from doing it because of the force of them going down. Even though they were hooked up on the harness, they somehow ended up with like hairline fractures on their bones in their legs because of the force. And
I'm
so
stuck on you being on Reddit at that long ago.
Listen, don't ask how I got there, but I was deep in it, and I'm just like reading and reading. And then when I kind of like put it out of my mind, but when we got there, we went to the top of the building. We went up there, and then I got scared, and I couldn't do it. I could not fucking do it.
Oh my God.
I was so scared, and all I could think about is the shit that I read on Reddit, even though I thought I had like put it out of my mind, because this was a couple weeks before we actually went. I got there, and my mind was like, bitch, are you stupid? Get your ass at the bottom of this building quickly.
I know you saw what they said.
I saw it, and it was just like, you know, the thought of filling out this long waiver like, yeah, I'm signing away all liability, and bitch, now my leg is fucked. Crazy. I was like, okay, no, craziness. And then on top of that, having a child it was a different level of fear. So I would say those are the kind of the things, like the initial thought of like self-consciousness and like self-awareness introduced fear that I like vividly remember.
I feel like for me, like it was middle school when I started to be a little bit more self-aware and started to think and process decisions. And then I still would do things, and I was like the queen of doing it scared. Like, you ain't gonna know I'm scared, but I'm scared. Like, I'm shitting bricks, but I'm gonna still do it. I'm gonna still try it. I'm gonna still go. I'm gonna still do this, that, and the third. Up until I would say literally having a child. Like, I don't know what stopped in my brain chemistry at 28 when I had a kid, but the whole doing it scared thing, like, it doesn't matter what it was. If I had a doubt or a fear about anything, I would just not do it. Like, nope, not gonna do it. Not gonna go. Not gonna, like, anything. I don't know. It's like a paranoia. And like I know I always reference like wanting to get back to being carefree and blah 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 blah. But I'm like, can I even do that?
See, the thing is, I feel like I know you so well. So it's like certain things I'm like, bitch, I'm peer pressuring you. You're coming. So yes, I know the doing it scared thing is like real. I'm like, no, bitch, we're doing this. Makes no sense, but we're doing it. And she's like, shut up. Let's go. We're gonna go do it. So yes, definitely.
I haven't had one of those moments post
frontal lobes are developed. So
it's like too developed. I'm like, oh my God, I'm too woke. Like,
frontal lobes are fully developed. Frontal lobes are amazing. It's like
ignorance cannot even be bliss anymore because I'm like not even ignorant. Like, oh my God.
You cannot be like, once you know, it's just there. So yeah, definitely, doing it scared.
Yeah, I miss doing things scared. Anything really. Yeah.
I'm going to do something scared.
What do you want to do?
I am going to go skydiving. That is like, if you ask me anything, that two things are the top of my bucket list and I must do them. Colin and I have decided that every year we're going to like do something on our bucket list. So like
skydiving.
Yes. And I told her, I was like, well, for 35, we have to do it. We have to do it. So we were supposed to go skydiving. Exactly. So we were supposed to go skydiving like 10 years ago. And Colin got the tickets for us on Groupon. And he texted me like, oh, we're going to go skydiving. I'm like, okay, cool. The day comes. I know it's the day. He knows it's the day. But he doesn't say anything because I don't say anything about it.
So nobody just acknowledges the whole day. It's like,
pay for them tickets, mind you. 10 years ago, broke as hell. Just wasted fucking money.
At least it was a Groupon. I mean,
we just wasted that money. Like mentally, I know it's the day. But if you don't bring it up, to be like, oh, babe, we need to be dressed. We need to be at this place by then. I'm not bringing it up because I'm scared.
Thought you was going to do a thing.
Thought I was going to do a thing then. And I couldn't. I don't know why I couldn't do it. But that is something that I want to experience. And every time I talk to someone who has been skydiving, they're just like, oh, it's the best thing that they've done. And it's like, no, you got to do it. I'm like, I want it to be the best thing I've done. And like, I want the video, right, I want all of the things.
That's one thing you're not going to bully me into. Because
no, I'm going to bully Colin.
Yeah, that's fine. Because me, no. Even with our proposal, for those of you guys who don't know, Matt proposed to me at iFly, which is an indoor skydiving. That was enough for me. I don't know if it was the overstimulation of me being in the air with like wind blowing at my face profusely and like trying to hold up my arms and all this stuff. And you got the instructor back there telling me what to do. It's loud, it's all this stuff. And then I see people walking out talking about holding signs, will you marry me? Yeah, no. Real skydiving, I'm not doing that. I don't know, maybe there are things that I want to reconsider doing scared. I just don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not really scared to do this, but I'm hesitant to do it. But for my birthday, I'm for sure cutting my hair and getting a perm. Pixie with my little mullet, my little it's
You
gonna
want to
be.
smell it?
I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna get me a mullet. I'm not really
Yeah.
scared to do it. I feel like every time I say I'm gonna do it, I don't. But that is what I'm going to do for my 30. How old I'm turning? 32nd birthday.
Second. Okay.
I want to
Yeah.
live out my
Meanwhile,
video vixen dreams.
with your pixie cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm gonna be skydiving and doing hot air balloons in Turkey.
I ain't there yet. Oh no, I want to do a hot air balloon. I'll do a hot air balloon. I want to go to Arizona to do that.
I want to go to Turkey.
They do. That's the thing in Turkey. Like I never even.
Yeah, so in Cappadocia, they have like it's a hot air balloon festival. Like look it up, like Cappadocia, Turkey, hot air balloon. It just looks so pretty. It's
That
like
I'm
it's
down
always
for.
like sunset, like looking. It just looks so nice. But my parents have done it. I think my parents did it. Did they do it in Arizona? Oh, they might have done it in Colorado, but they really enjoyed it. So that is definitely
I'm down for the hot air balloon, but I'm not jumping out of anything. I don't even jump. My feet be planted on solid ground.
Well, you know how it goes. I'll show you the video.
Record. I'll come. I'll record. You know, you need some support.
Oh, because I'm getting the whole package. Like whatever, the t-shirt, the certificate, whatever y'all selling, I want it. I'm buying it.
God.
I'm buying it.
Jesus, help, Lord, help, Lord.
Yeah. Okay. So this is kind of like, it's old news, but I don't want to specifically talk about this situation that I'm going to tell you about. So when Ayesha Curry did her Car Daddy interview, of course, like the internet hates Ayesha Curry.
Yeah.
They hate that woman so much.
They hate her and they think she hates her husband.
Yeah. Some credence to it, but whatever. So, she did her Call Her Daddy interview, and of course it gets clipped up of her conversation and her talks just about what she envisioned her life to be like before marriage, before kids, all of those things. So of course that leads to like, oh my God, like she hate her life. She hate her husband. She hates all of them. But to take it off of her, because I kind of like, I get it a little bit. Like we have these visions of like what we think our life is going to be like when you're in your 20s and you're just like, oh, this is what I'm going to do with my life. Like, this is how life is going to be. This is the plan. This is plan A. And then when life don't shake out that way, or in certain situations where I think like maybe with her, and I think a lot of women can relate to this, is just kind of feeling like you don't have your own autonomy. Like I couldn't imagine like being married to such a like famous
prominent
person.
Figure.
A prominent figure, like one of the greatest. And just kind of maybe that feeling of like you're living in their shadow. Like the only thing, like, yes, you can accomplish so many different things. You can own, and she has things. She has restaurants and cookbooks. Like there's other things, but really Ayesha Curry is Steph Curry's wife. It will be that first. And feeling like maybe sometimes you can be with someone who has such a bright light such a bright light and so much attention and things are on them, kind of feeling like lost or feeling like, damn, my life has been reduced to being such and such a spouse or being this, and not feeling like, really, this is me. This is like who I am. And that's kind of like what I took from the overall thing. Cause I did actually end up like watching the interview because I wanted to get more context than just what was clipped up online. And that's kind of what I took from it, is just the feeling of maybe a little bit of an identity crisis, like feeling like I am just this.
I feel like,
and dealing with that.
Yeah, I can relate to that, but like not in that way. Like I use it as like a superpower.
Okay.
So like, okay, I don't even know where to begin. I will say for me, like going back to the whole doing it scared thing, like in my 20s, I just did whatever I wanted to do. Like if I woke up one day and felt like I wanted to start a business of a clothing line or being a makeup artist or doing YouTube or whatever, right? I just did it. And it's like, I know people will always be like, what is this girl doing now? Like, what? Like, people are always inquiring about like what it is that I do and like what's my career and what's this and what's that. Cause like, yeah, I have a degree, but like nobody knows that I got my degree in. They just see me randomly having and starting businesses and doing this and doing that. We had the cosmetic line, like all these different things. So I feel like with at that time, Matt was like in law school and doing more I guess straight and narrow things. So the attention wasn't necessarily on him in that aspect as far as like, well, what are you doing? It's like it's clear what he's doing and what his future is, right? And so it's like, okay, well, what are you doing? Looking at me, like, what is your plan? Sort of thing. And I used to get really like annoyed by it because it's like, why do I have to explain all these different facets of me? I just want to be me. Pieces of C. There's so many pieces of me that I just want to share. I want to do this. I want to do that. Blah, blah, blah. Right. And now I feel like roles have kind of reversed because nobody really inquires about what I'm doing because now Matt is this like thing, right? He's like this attorney that went viral and this and that, all these different things, even like locally. It's like, when we go to certain corporate events and things, it's like, that's Matthew Graham's wife. And I'll be happy about it because I'm like, don't nobody need to know or inquire about what I do. Nobody gives a damn about what I do for work. And I feel like it's just so freeing because if I want to do nothing, I can do nothing. But if I want to do the podcast or do a million different things, people will ask like, oh yeah, like I saw you do a podcast. I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh, you also do content. I'm like, yep. You also do this. So it's like more of like a conversation versus like pressure of like, well, what are you doing? He's doing this, so what are you doing? You know what I mean? And I feel like some women might take that as like, oh, I'm in my husband's shadow. But for me, it feels very like freeing as somebody who my whole life I felt like I had to produce something. Whereas now it's like I can just exist. So I can kind of figure out what it is that like I really want out of my life or where I want to go with a career or things that I love to do. So like I don't know, I kind of use it as like a shield, like a superpower. Like don't nobody give a fuck about what I'm doing because they so focused on him. They just know
Yeah.
that I walk in the room, I look good, I smell good, I'm a good mama. Like they don't, nobody cares about what I'm doing. They just know when I show up, oh my God, that's Matthew Graham's wife. Like it's like that. And for me, that's good because I'm like, ain't nobody in my damn business.
But I think it's one of those things where it's kind of twofold. Like there's kind of like two kind of people in this world, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's people like you that do a bunch of things and everybody just kind of be like on it and paying attention and doing. So it's like I think you've kind of been able to experience both sides. Like it's being able to experience like, okay, people see me as an individual. And then also in other rooms, like people see me as, they see me through the lens of someone else that they know. Because in most of those spaces, if you're going somewhere like a corporate thing with like your spouse, they don't really know you. They don't really know him at the end of the day, but they think that they know. Yeah. So it's just
they think
I know Matt, so I know you through Matt.
It's just
and it's
so
like, yeah, so it's kind of one of those things. And I feel like because you've had both sides of the spectrum, I think it's easier for it to not really affect you versus other women that it's like, okay, because and I think it's a story that a lot of women have. Like, you may meet your spouse young, y'all go to college, you know, you get married, have kids, like all the things that we're told to do in such rapid succession that time period of really figuring it out and figuring out who you are and truly who you want to be post this structured environment when you're finally like really free, that if you didn't really have that time to figure out who you are, introducing children and husbands and careers and all of those things, it's like, oh, well, I never figured out who I was. So now I'm a mom. But that's not, that's not what I thought I wanted. Like, I didn't want to be this per se. Like, yeah, maybe I wanted to be in motherhood, but I didn't want this to be what people describe me as. Like, I wanted to be a CEO. I wanted to, I want to do all these different things, and maybe a feeling of like untapped potential. Like I never tapped into all of the things that I really wanted to do. Life just came at me so fast, and this is it. So I think that a lot of people suffer with a little bit of identity crisis. Is like, dang, they have their whole thing going on. They were able to go and achieve their dreams. And I fell into these other things, but it's also not really what I wanted.
I also think that, like, okay, prime example, the show Bel Air, right? The mom, she is kind of like a me and Matt situation. Like, the mom is very artsy and creative and business minded and wants to do all these different things, but she chose to more so be a support and be a mom instead of following her dreams. Where I feel like for me, Matt supports me in a way where it's like, if I tell him I want to do something, he's going to figure out how I can go do it. Like, it's not good. Of course, our day to day will come with certain like sacrifices because we have children. You know what I mean? So, like, that's just when you decide to be a parent, that's just give or take. But I don't feel like I have to give up my life or things that I want to do in order to do it, if that makes sense. Where I feel like most women probably don't feel supported in that way. So I can see that. I think for me, it's just mainly just me. Like, girl, what do you want? You know what I mean? Once you know what you want, the people around you will be able to support you. But I feel like for the first time, I'm like comfortable in like not 100% knowing how I'm going to achieve what it is that I want, like bigger picture, kind of like more so enjoying the journey. And I think I didn't really enjoy that journey until this pregnancy, really. So
But I think it's also like a twofold thing, like just about how Matt supports you.
Mm-hmm.
That's a testament to having a good partner.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Unfortunately, a lot of people don't have that, because even like from Bel Air, it's I feel like that's synonymous with a lot of women. It's like, and it's just sometimes it's just shit that you have to do. Everything comes with, there's a sacrifice that comes with everything.
For sure.
There is sacrifice in, if you have a career and you decide to put those things on pause to really be there, be present, focus on your children, your family, whatever. Especially people who have like kids like back to back to back. Most people who work a corporate job, your job do not want you to be, first of all, your job don't want you pregnant at all.
At all.
Trust me, in corporate environments, they be, oh, you're pregnant, especially if you have a male boss, they be like, oh, you're pregnant. They hate that shit. And it's like, oh, you was just on maternity leave last year and you gonna go on maternity leave again? How dare you have a baby back to back? So a lot of women feel like, okay, I can't do both. I have to leave this work environment because it ends up being better. Or shit, as much as daycare costs nowadays for majority of families, like the daycare bill,
some of these people.
Yeah, like the daycare bill is the amount of a mortgage. So it's like, you might as well just stay home. You're literally going to work just to take your entire paycheck and pay daycare.
Yeah.
So it's like, I might as well just stay home. It's not beneficial to me to be leaving the house doing all these things when every dime I make, I spent it doing this to have childcare. So you end up, sometimes you have to make the sacrifices in your career to remove yourself. Or sometimes if you decide, no, I'm going to still do both, you most certainly can. You can do both, but there are things and limitations that come with that. So I think it's both sides of the spectrum.
And I think also advocating for yourself too. Like, if there really are things that you want to do and you're clear about like, this is what I want to do, this is how I'm going to do it, and your partner or the people in your life choose not to support you in that way, at what point do you say, well, fuck it? Like, is it selfish to be like, well, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway because this is what's going to make me happy? I don't think it's selfish, because at the end of the day, you have to feel fulfilled in yourself in some aspects of your life. Yes, you have to sacrifice when you decide to have a family, you decide to have kids, but like, I just always think like, I don't ever want to resent people in my life because I chose not to make decisions. Like, nobody forced me to do that. You might feel like obligated or might feel like I shouldn't do this because of this. But at the end of the day, it's your call. And I already know that's going to come with resentment. So it's like...
Yeah. But I feel like for that, you have to be like very like emotionally tapped in. Because sometimes we agree to shit and we really don't know. Like, we may agree to something that's like, I know deep down I'm going to have a problem with this. But I'm going to say, I'm not going to have a problem. I'm going to like make myself be happy in doing this. And then at some way, it's going to come up and be like, I really fucking hate this. I regret my decision. I wish I would have done something else, because you went completely opposite of really what your initial feeling was.
Yes.
And you try like, I'm going to make myself be good and make myself be happy in this role, knowing that I don't know.
Can only go but so far though, because I'm telling you, like, I just feel like certain things I just see is like, all right, if I do that, if I agree to that, it's gonna crash and burn. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like you can foresee it, but a lot
Mhm.
of times people aren't that always that outspoken to be able to say, I know myself 100%. I can't do that. People don't want to like
Mhm.
rock the boat
That's
or
true.
be vocal about, actually, I'm not fucking happy. I don't want to do this. I'd rather be doing this.
Mhm.
So it's like I know that people have such a very like hard time doing that and just speaking up and advocating for themselves in like the simplest ways.
Mhm.
So I can imagine it being like you got to speak up for like what you want in the direction of your life when you can't
Yeah.
tell the girl at the nail salon that the polish isn't neat. Like
Yeah.
it'd be different things. So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's levels of being able to speak up. And if we can't speak up
Mhm.
at things services we're paying for, how can you speak up in these situations and be
These
like, I know I
life-changing
have these
events.
life-changing events. So I think that it's just like a lot of maybe like fear that kind of also wraps up into
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
Fearful of like, if I don't agree to stay home, like what happens with that?
Mhm.
Or also the fear of like, and you know me, like queen of the imposter syndrome. Who the fuck do you think that you are to be like, I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna do this
Mhm.
and I'm gonna go do that.
Yeah. But I
It's
feel
a
like
lot.
again that's a different thing to me of like you're making a decision based off of fear within yourself opposed to environmental or the people around you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Like it's definitely it's a mental thing.
Yeah. I think that's different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. But I feel like even with Aisha Curry, it's like some things like I wish she would just stop talking out loud. But it's just like those at the end of it, like when you really kind of like take out the shock value of like that they are public people.
But see,
I
that's
think the feelings themselves or the thought
mhm,
process or the conversation that she was having is
normal.
valid.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I
valid. It's
agree.
normal. It's things that people think about. It's
Hmm.
just we're just shocked by it and people are off put by it because one is multiple occasions and
Yeah.
it just seemed like you don't like that man. Or just
But I
like
think
you just maybe are trying to grapple with and live with certain regrets that you may have.
I even think in regards to like, for example, how many times have we gone on TikTok and we see just moms like venting, talking about motherhood or different things like that? Like most of the time, you're just talking, like you're just getting it off your chest. Like, would you have made different decisions? Sure. Do you hate your life? No.
No.
Like this is just for the ears that can relate. Like when even with the Aisha Curry situation, like this is for moms or wives or women who live in this life experience. And I feel like that's why sometimes I wish certain conversations weren't privy to other people. Like I have no problem with her expressing these things, but it's kind of like I wish this was like only directed to certain people, like even with motherhood, because women who aren't mothers or don't desire to be mothers, like for example, I was listening to Horrible Decisions for the first time in ages, eons, if you will, because there was just nothing else on YouTube. And I was like, huh, let's see what they're talking about. And I guess Wheezy is like in a space where she's like in love and, you know, settling down with her partner and thinking about kids and all these different things. Whereas Mandy is like living this polygamous lifestyle. I never want kids. I never want marriage, like all these different things. And I feel like sometimes women who don't want the lifestyle of being a wife or being a mom, it's like they make it sound so bad that you want it or that you like it. So when you complain or share experiences, they go, see, that's why I would never. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, bitch, I'm not miserable. I'm just, you know, we're just chatting. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But I think, but really, it's one of those things like you could speak on something. Really, motherhood is one of those things that you just have to experience it. It's definitely
Mm-hmm.
it's a learned thing. You have
Yeah.
to actually live it to be like, oh, it's really that bad, or it's not.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if you feel like you don't want to have kids, then you shouldn't
Yeah.
because
Just don't.
just don't do it. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
when people explain why, sometimes the feelings are like, well, that's not 100% accurate, but cool, I get it. It's
Mm-hmm.
based off experience. It's the same thing with marriage. We're married. I don't dislike marriage. I love being married.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the best things I ever did. But I can see for a lot of other people be like, I see how married people be behaving. I don't want to deal with that. So
For
it's
sure.
like, cool, but it's one, it's like, you're just saying that based on what other people are showing you and not realizing that this is a 2+2, well, 1+1
Literally
thing.
Yeah.
It's not, everybody's thing isn't this. And you only know that the shit is bad because people are really only actively talking about the bad shit. They're not speaking up in droves to talk about the really good
And even
things about it.
sometimes with the bad shit, it's like things aren't going to be great all the time. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, there's going to be
but you
bad
know, like
shit.
people can't see that. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
I just saw like how awful that was, and not like
everything is so extreme.
Yes, it's like it's either good or it's bad. There's no like, we could have a gray area. This good period could have lasted 50 years. That bad period was 2 years, 2 out of 50.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about? It's like that was a small blip, but
And I feel like
that's the thing that people talk about.
With everything in life, like even pregnancy, like this pregnancy, I've said it a million times, is completely different from my first pregnancy. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like some days I'm miserable as fuck, but for some odd reason, like I'm not 100% that I would never do it again. I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy, I don't know, but like I understand why some people don't want to do it ever again. Like, this is the first time I felt like, yeah, I could get why people would never ever want to do this again. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I do.
Like, I don't know. I guess in my mind, there's so much like duality to things where some people just choose not to see it in a, I don't know. Maybe that's just how my brain works. Like, I'm not such an extremist on either end.
You're very optimistic in life. I will say that. That is one thing about you. You are very optimistic.
Maybe.
Me, I'd be like, hell no. Hell to the no. I'm cool. Absolutely not. I do not need to learn my lesson more than once. I'm done. There will not be a different outcome. You're just like, well, maybe. You're the person that be like, oh, it's a 99.99999% chance of this going to happen. You're like, but the 0.001, I could be that. It's like, oh, brother, this girl.
It's so me. It's like, what?
She gonna find, if it's even just one droplet room left in the cup, she's like, well, it's one drop left. It's not completely full.
I don't know if that's even like, I don't even know if that's like a good thing or a bad thing. It's just a thing. Like, I don't know. It's just
Listen, if you ever need to know the positive out of any situation, call Sierra. You could be in the shittiest moment and like, she's like, well, at least your hair look good. Thank you. Some kind of positive outcome.
It's like, well, this could have happened,
And me, I'm like, it's like the little angel and the devil. Like, I'm like, yeah, your hair was cute, but the rest of that shit was fucked up.
That is so funny. It was like so true. It's like, yeah.
It just is what it is.
But the crazy thing about
we balance each other.
Even though I'm very optimistic, I feel like my delivery be fucked up sometimes. So it's like, does it even matter?
Well, it's noticeable. So yes, the optimism is noticeable. So it's like, okay, okay, it's working.
Work on the delivery sometimes, though.
Yeah. That sometimes it's just like, no, bitch, just tell me it's fucked up. Thanks.
Yeah,
you can do that. But I also feel like another thing people might suffer from is like personality shadow.
What's that?
Like people who have, like, usually couples who have one person has this huge personality and the other person is just like, hi, how you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
like polar opposite.
Say like me and Colin are kind of like that way. I'm very, especially around new people, I'm very quiet. I'm like, hey, how you? I have to assess. Yeah. I am an assessor of rooms, situations, people. So when I just meet you, I'm quiet as a mouse.
Mm-hmm. But I feel
but then as people adapt. Yeah, but I do,
like
because
I have to put the mask on.
Yes, I do it. Yeah. I do it very well, but I know that there are some people that cannot do that at all. So, like, I think if I didn't have that ability to kind of like put that mask on, now people are like, oh, this bitch is fake. She don't even really fucking like me. It might be true, but I do it very well. I've always done it. Yeah, that's my superpower. I can adapt like a little chameleon.
Like that's like a part of like code switching, if you will. But I feel like women specifically that have worked in corporate America, we're just naturally good at that because Black women specifically who have worked in corporate America, we just have always had to do that. So
yeah, so it's like personality wise in social settings, I can get by enough to not be weird, but 98% of the time,
know what I thought or felt.
Exactly. I just kind of keep it that way. And having such a very like outgoing spouse, I could see some people being like, oh, I'm just you definitely in those situations just become, oh, you're such and such's girlfriend, you're such and such's wife. You're not you, because you don't have your own, like, people definitely, because you don't do anything, or people only see them because you're completely different from their personality. Like, I feel like in our relationship, it's definitely like Colin and Teray. I don't ever feel like, oh, I'm just Colin's wife. You know what I mean? Like, I have my own personality. You see it sometimes in small doses, but like the people that know me, no. And it's different environment. You also know, baby, don't let me loose in a wedding. Don't let me loose in a wedding.
Jesus, this girl in a wedding.
Baby shower.
Lord, help.
I'll fuck a baby shower up too. Don't let me lose. If y'all got a good baby shower game, I'm in there.
Or a DJ. You know, I've learned a lot in my adult years. Like, I've been learning a lot about how people perceive certain events. And like I was just explaining to Matt the other day, I'm like, you do realize that men and children come into baby showers is like a new thing? And he's like, what? Because for us, we having a baby shower, it's just an event. It's a party. It's just an excuse to have a party. And you know, my family, we love an event and a party. So,
baby showers used to be like, that's just for the women. Like, men going to a baby shower is like crazy.
Like, what are you doing here?
Exactly. But now this is a co-ed event. So it's fun. But yeah, like I said, I know how to
thrive in certain environments.
I thrive in certain environments. Sometimes when I'm like around all of my people, I don't give a fuck about none of y'all. Like, so even like your 30th birthday, that is me singing on the steps. That is very much Teray coded. That is those are very much my antics. But to people who kind of like I only show them a certain bit and I only allow so much.
Like, like, drunk, and I'm like,
it's wasted. And I'm like, no, honey, this is actually
this is who she is.
Quite normal. This is quite normal in any kind of setting. Actually, sometimes it's quite expected of me to behave this way.
Like, you can actually act like this without any type of anything. Water.
Yeah, like the last wedding that I went to, me rapping Cardi B, if you've seen it online, you've seen it. Like, that is my regular life.
Yeah.
That is me. They will tell you, Wedding Ray, you know, it's gonna be a lit event.
She is the entertainment.
You know, like, I'm here till 10. So like, but overall, I'd be happy that I don't fall into that trap, or I don't feel like I'm just such and such's wife, because that probably would annoy me, because I am definitely a person, I like to have my own autonomy. Like, I want to be just, that's Sierra's friend. Oh, that's Keisha's daughter. That's this. It's like, I'm very much a person, and I need that.
Yeah.
Even though I am a shy girl that surrounds herself with big ass personalities.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm like really, really mentally, I'm an extrovert, but the ADHD don't let me. It makes me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I never even thought of you as shy until like our adult years, and we started to like have certain conversations. I'm like, bitch, you're shy? Like, I didn't even know that. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. But I also think it's just because like the way our friendship happened, it was so just like instant.
We don't have time to be shy.
We had time to be shy. We had parties to hit. So it was no time to be shy. It was just like, I like you.
No, let's like go. When people would be like, she talks, I'm like, who? Her? Like, I didn't know. Like, this is
like, I talk a lot, actually.
Yeah. Like, like, yeah, she's not shy at all. But I guess that's like the whole conversation, even with me, when people be like, I didn't know you were nice. And I'm like, what did I do?
Like, it's the face.
It must be. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I have dry humor. I have a smart mouth. You say something smart, I'm probably gonna say, especially in my younger years, like, I'm a very witty girl. Like, I could tell a joke. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you say something dumb, I'm gonna say something dumber. You want to get ignorant? I'm gonna get ignorant.
Like, we can go wherever you like.
Whichever way you want to go, I could go. So it's like, I guess I get it. But yeah, when people tell me all the time, like, even people saying with Matt, like, oh my God, he's so intimidating. I'm like,
Matt? Like, I can see it because, like, professionally, it is a different Matt than he is in, like,
we were, like, in undergrad. Like, even, like, I remember, like, some of our friends, they would be like, yeah, he used to intimidate me. Like, I didn't even know what to say. I'm like, he probably wasn't even paying attention to you. Be in his own world, in his phone, reading articles. Like,
Dead ass. Yeah,
like,
but
like him?
is it like Matt? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, but I think it's definitely like people just have their own perception of
Yeah.
you based on like what you present.
Mm-hmm. And I think
Outside.
it wasn't until like my adulthood, I guess, where like I didn't even care anymore. It's like, well, they're gonna say I'm a bitch anyway, so whatever.
No, I'm cool
Whatever.
with whatever narrative you want to go with. I'm cool.
Whatever you want to give is what I'm gonna give.
If that's the label you want to slap on me, that's fine. I'm cool with that. I don't care. I really don't.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I know that situation was like old, but it was like permeated in my brain, and I was like, oh, sometimes I low key like I felt a little bad because it just seemed like
I do be feeling like the
ounce of
hate for
like
her is like forced a little bit.
it is. I feel like it's definitely it's because she don't be saying the thing is like she be saying what a lot of women be thinking. She just be saying it out loud, and also just who she's married to. Like
Yeah, and
who
I
she's
think
married to
also,
in the perception of how you're supposed to be as like at that level what you should be.
but I also think that like a lot of people when they see someone who lives a life that they think they would love to live, it's like you don't understand that you probably think you want to live this life, but if you had access to these things or if you live this way, you probably would not like it. Or you, I don't know. It's kind of like until you walk a mile in those shoes, bitch, don't even.
Yeah, but everybody always thinks the grass is greener.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is, and sometimes it's just spray paint.
And the grass might be greener, but you just might not be able to water it properly. You couldn't handle it. So if I want to vent about the things that I go through and blah, 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 until you can relate to those things, it's kind of like, hey, this conversation's above me. I'll give my opinion in a group chat. But the visceral reaction online sometimes, I'll be like, oh, God, y'all are so annoying. So annoying.
Very much so.
Put it in your group chat already. Like, phone a friend. Well, that's what I do. Like,
gotta have friends you can call.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that was I feel like another good one. I mean, I feel like they're all good. So there's that.
Like, we got this yapping thing down pat.
Pretty down pat. Well, the next time that we talk to y'all, we'll give you an update about Sierra's baby shower.
Oh yeah.
And because the baby shower would have been had by that point, we'll give y'all the whole rundown. I'm on desserts and the drinks. And I would like to make a formal request that I don't want to be eliminated from the games because y'all always be trying to not let me win. And like, Tori, you can't win. Why?
But I just feel like
I beat them. That's not my problem.
if you already won once, like, do you really need to win them all?
Yes, I do. I need to win them all because everybody in this room needs to know I am a winner and you are not. I want to win and I don't care.
Play
By
the
hook or crook, I will win. And just like that last one, wow, smoke them niggas. I'm going to do it again. So we'll see. I'm going to let y'all know what prizes I win. But yeah. So baby shower update recap in the next one. So yeah. I love you guys.